This video will demonstrate how to properly sketch a graph using transformations. Suppose we're given a function f of x. That's the red function here. And we're asked to sketch g of x, which has parameters -1/2, +1, and +2. Recall our base function always looks like this. A f of b x minus c plus d. Now, because of the fact that these parameters line up so nicely, we can easily tell that 1/2 is our a value, which is a vertical dilation. And because it's negative, it also is a reflection. Again, looking on the outside of this function notation, we see this plus d. This is a vertical translation. That means we're going to move the entire thing up 2 units. Now we have to handle our vertical dilation before our vertical translation. Then if we had any horizontal dilation, which in our case we don't, we would have to handle that before we handle any horizontal translation. So it looks like the order that we're going to do this in is we're going to vertically dilate it, reflect it, and then we're going to translate it up, and it looks like we also have to translate it over. So we'll do this for each of these main points right here, 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 and here. So what I do is I take the y-coordinate of this point. Vertical is dealing with y's. The y-coordinate is -2. And I'm going to multiply -2 by -1/2. That's going to create +1. I'll just put a marker there just to show me that that's where that point will go. Now I'll repeat this process for every other point. So this is +4, it'll go to -2. This is +1, it'll go to -1/2. And this is also +1, it will go to -1/2. So we could see that I have the starting of a compressed and reflected graph. But I'm not done yet. I've only handled this -1/2. Now each of these points need to be moved up 2. So this point needs to be moved vertically from 1 to 3. I'll use a different marker. This point needs to be moved vertically from -2 to 0. This point moves from -1/2 to -1 1/2. And this point moves to the same spot as well. You can see that this graph has now been translated up to those locations. Next, all that's left to do is to handle my horizontal translation. Remember, if it happens inside the brackets, it occurs opposite to what you expect. So here where we have a -1, this actually moves to the right 1 unit. So the x-coordinate of this was -3. The new x-coordinate becomes -2. The x-coordinate of this was -1. The new x-coordinate becomes 0. The x-coordinate of this was 1. The new x-coordinate becomes 2. And the x-coordinate of this was 4. The new x-coordinate becomes 5. So now, if I connect my lines and my points, I'll have a perfectly translated, compressed, and reflected graph. And I should label this